Hi everyone, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your report for the week of October 12th. Now, another week of volatility ahead of us, but there is some good news in this week that we can all work with. There's always good news, but there's some good aspects that we can work with. So we begin on October 12th with a beautiful aspect between Jupiter, which is the grand benefic. It's in its fall position in Capricorn, but still it's the planet of optimism and faith, and we all need that right now in spades. And it forms what's known as a sextile, and that's an aspect of opportunity to Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune represents the dream, and Jupiter represents the vision. And that aspect is a really manifesting aspect. And in ancient astrology, Jupiter ruled the sign of Pisces. So they're very harmonious together, Jupiter and Neptune. So I encourage all of you to do some manifesting work, burn some sage or Palo Santo or incense, really focus on what your intentions are, what you want to clear and eliminate, because we're almost done with this Capricorn tail. Pluto, which is the planet of elimination, station direct, so we're all focusing on what we want to eliminate, what the blocks are, so that we can move forward. Mars is retrograde, as we all know, and can feel very intensely, but this is still a time to move ahead. All of the planets in Capricorn are now direct, and Pluto gestation direct on October 4th, Saturn on the 29th of September, and those are the key players of the year. And Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio, where Mercury is currently transiting. Now that's the other part of this story, is that Mercury is going to retrograde officially on the 13th of October at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 11 degrees and 40 minutes of Scorpio. And this is very intense. Scorpio rules the underworld. It rules your fears. It rules the blocks. It rules, it uncovers secrets. And when it retrogrades, it does so with an opposition to Uranus. The two already formed an exact opposition last week. And Uranus is the planet of upheaval and surprise. I remember years ago, one of my first teachers told me, always expect the unexpected with Uranus, and that's true. But you can expect that people will be acting in a very unpredictable way, and that you might find something out in an unexpected manner or accidentally, and Mercury in Scorpio already uncovers hidden information, and it also brings us to I think coerces all of us in a sense to face our dark matters, whatever our fears are, whatever those cobwebs in the corner of our mind are. We have to go face those areas of our life, I think, right now with this energy, and particularly with this Capricorn year of really figuring out what's working and what's not. And so Mercury's going to retrograde in Scorpio at 11 degrees and 40 minutes, but it is going to re-enter Libra on October 27th. And when it stations direct on the 3rd of November, it will station at 25 degrees of Libra. And so it's going to be in two signs, initially in Scorpio, where it really likes to uncover information, and then in Libra, where it's about partnering and Venusian type pursuits. So we've got that going on. We've got on the 15th of October, the Sun in Libra, which is in its detriment, is going to square Pluto at the world axis. Pluto is at 22 degrees of Capricorn. So I expect a lot of endings that day and a lot of power struggles. And we're in the retrograde. And again, Pluto rules Mercury retrograde, at least the beginning part of it. So that's a big deal too. And so that's going to be a very intense day and a lot of power struggles. So bear in mind that that's a day to lay low, and a lot of endings I think will occur then. And then on the 16th, we have a new moon in Libra that occurs at 3:31 p.m. Eastern time. and it's at 23 degrees of Libra, which is just a degree off from the world axis. And it's a new moon is always an excellent time for setting intentions and doing a ritual to honor the new moon and planting new seeds. But this new moon is very fiery. It forms an opposition to Mars by a few degrees, and it also opposes Eris, the goddess of discord. And she's very fiery, and she's conjunct Mars right now. So that's going to be challenging. And the ruler of Libra is Venus. And Venus is currently transiting in Virgo until the 27th of October. And it's a very critical placement of Venus. So it's in its fall position because it's exalted in the opposite sign. So we've got Venus in its fall, then opposing Neptune, which could uncover more deception. It can dissolve relationships. It can be difficult with financial matters. So not the easiest new moon, but nonetheless, you want to work with this new moon to set intentions. And the new moon squares all of the planets in Capricorn, particularly Pluto, because the sun makes an exact opposition to Pluto the day before. So I think knowing that this new moon is about making critical decisions. What do you value? Venus, Libra, what do you want to and whom do you want to partner with? How do you want to partner with yourself? What's working, what's not? What do you need to eliminate? And what do you need to focus on even in a more diligent way? That's all these Capricorn planets, really coercing you to make those decisions. And when the moon goes void later that day on the 16th, it goes void at 6:11 p.m. with a square to Saturn. So again, showing us what's real, showing us the limitations of what we want to create, but cardinal energy impelling you to move ahead. You've got to keep going. And on the 18th of October, the sun in Libra forms a square to Saturn, and the sun's going to be at 25 degrees of Libra that day, and that's exactly where Mercury is going to station direct on the 3rd of November at 25 degrees of Libra. So pay attention to what's going on this weekend, or this coming weekend, when that occurs, because that will be giving a glimpse and a preview of when Mercury ultimately does station direct in early November. And also bear in mind that Mercury will not clear its shadow until the 20th of November, when it clears 25 degrees of 11 degrees of Scorpio, and then it exits Scorpio altogether on December 1st. So we're dealing with Mercury and Scorpio for a good portion of this fall. So I wish you a lot of luck manifesting on the 12th, a lot of manifesting energy, and on the 16th, even though it is a volatile new moon and we'll probably have endings with that new moon, but figure out and focus what you value, what do you want to create. And also I would work with some crystals with the manifesting energy tomorrow. If you have citrine, that's a great manifesting stone. Green aventurine is another great one. And pyrite, I can't find my pyrite right now. I would have shown you my pyrite sphere. That's been helping me a lot lately. But whatever, manifest, meditate, and realize that this week is going to have heavy hits of all of the planets in Capricorn. So a lot of big decisions for all of us too, and during this retrograde. Okay, thank you.